Hello and welcome to our dedicated Halloween stream. Before I kind of get into the nits and grits of what's going to happen today, I am not alone. I am also joined by our lovely...
Hello there.
Bizblip.
And I am not alone. I'm joined here by Jack Skellington, I guess. I'm not sure who.
Is that the lore name?
The lore name. We have co-opted Jack Skellington. The goal of tonight is to clear insane Crimson Break. So if it doesn't happen tonight,
we're not going to get it on stream.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
Today we will be playing through hard first, and then attempting to, in succession, completing insane. This is obviously a difficult mode, so we can't guarantee it, but I think we have a good chance at clearing it. And to achieve this, we have brought in some special guests. We have introduced some super testers who will be part of our division in clearing these modes. You might notice some of them from social media or our Discord communities or others. And we have Rogue PLC, Freaky Geordie, Juicer, and Damo. So it is with this division that we will be attempting to, in succession, do hard and insane. Meanwhile, you will have the lovely Prince Blip, who will be...
I'll be watching the chat.
Watching the chat and engaging with your questions.
Yep.
I did accidentally just switch over to your console scene, and there is no console equipped, so it's black. So I'm messing up with the stream already. It's the first time I've been in control in terms of the hot seat of a stream for a long time. So
no worries. I've got buttons as well, so
I'm probably going to mess a lot of things up. We're not going to waste too much time. We are just going to kind of delve straight into it, really. We're going to begin with hard. Mm-hmm. In terms of commander build or what we're going to run, I'm, for the most part, just going to be running a survivability-inspired battleship that's predominantly based on keeping the shields up for longer, taking less damage, and just sort of being an anchor point to prevent them pushing the boss. And the rest of our team will be playing a variety of one cruiser, 2 destroyers. So it's a 2 battleship, 1 cruiser, 2 destroyer composition. Okay, and I guess we will just kind of dive right into it.
Sure thing.
So we're going to go into hard first.
Yup.
Yes, we don't have costumes today. We're not actually streaming on Halloween this time. It's sort of an impromptu stream today, I think.
So, Prince, I have a question, please. Sure, fire away. And if any of you guys have any sort of questions, I'm just kind of camping out, doing some commentary, and answering your guys' questions. So, you
have the wrong names on stream, do we?
No, not on this. Maybe on one of the other screens.
Maybe on one of the other tabs. It could be the other. Yeah, very likely. I probably messed up the 2-man stream names.
Yeah,
sorry.
Whatever.
I've not set up a stream in a long time.
Yeah. Anyone get the 25 wins yet? Seen a couple do it? Yeah, there's a few people who have done it for sure. We got some people in the chat as well that have done it. So
I won't be answering much questions. I'm just sort of focusing on playing, really. So apologies.
Nope. We're getting what happened to the asymmetric battles you told us? I'm not sure what you're referring to by asymmetric battles. In that, for Legends, I don't think we've ever had any plans to do asymmetric battles or have referred to them in that way. In theory, it could be possible with some pretty extreme brawl rule sets, maybe. So depends on how you mean it. Will there be more historical ships added? Of course. There will always be more historical ships kind of on the way and coming along. And we said we were looking into asymmetric battles, but we're not sure yet, according to Sahelas. So, correction. Thank you. But will there be more historical ships added? Of course, yes. We sprinkle in historical ships with less historical ships, like paper ships and designs, just so that we can make sure to have historical ships for years to come. And so, but we will have more, of course.
So a few tips here. First of all, it's sort of like you can use the skill that's, for me, it's right on the D-pad, just to kind of mitigate any torpedoes that they send towards the prisoner. And for the blessings, we generally hold them and stack them towards the end of the run when the boss is kind of, like, for the first half, you're sailing around in the background and you might get the odd shot on him, but there will sort of become a point where he will just full send it, and he'll just beeline it, he'll just book it straight for the prisoner. It's generally at this point where you'll then pop all of your blessings because they can stack, so you can get like a reload booster and a damage booster all at the same time. I'm going to pop a shield in a moment.
Yep. Somebody asked earlier. It was Puffy Mark again. The battleship skill for the shield should prioritize shield duration or damage boost. Is the shield time more important? I would say the duration is more important.
Yeah, like in the harder modes, when you get shot, like it hits really, really hard. So generally duration is more advisable just for the destroyers that are kind of staying dark. If they want to get into a bad spot, it gives them a little bit more time to try and get away. Alternatively, on hard and normal, maybe the strength would be better, but for insane, it's definitely duration. And for the commander build, once you're playing a battleship, I would advise speccing more into the consumable. Just because in the harder modes, there are modifiers and scalers that reduce the amount of battleship damage you deal. At this point, it's more your consumables that will keep the game going. And I think it's fair to say the role of the battleship in harder modes is to provide that survivability for your teammates, less about doing damage. So you'll notice also now I'm switching to HE. I mean, I'll generally use AP against the cruisers that are broadside just to kind of try and get that substantial damage and also support our friendly destroyers that are getting rushed. But on harder difficulties, again, with the damage reduction, there's one thing the damage reduction doesn't influence, and that's the cruiser's skill, which when it activates, it explodes all the fires and causes damage. That's always a flat 7,000 per fire. So whereas I would be getting, 300-400 damage a shell hit, if I just start a fire, the cruiser can hit them for 7k. So I generally focus more on playing kind of a supportive role where I will pop shields, I'll try to start fires so our cruiser can get the good DPS going, and just, kind of working it really. If any of you asking questions, I'm not actually checking the chat. I'm just sort of talking while I'm playing.
Yep. How many fires can be stacked at once? So, in theory, in theory, 4 times as many enemy ships are on screen. 3 to 4 times, because I think the destroyers and cruisers only have 3 fire points. So it's in theory infinite, but in reality it's capped by how many ships and how many fires each ship can have.
I just accidentally activated a blessing while trying to go into overview, and just pop the shield. But I still have one, I'll be fine. We're only on hard. On insane, accidentally using a blessing could be a bit problematic, but for hard it shouldn't be too bad.
Yep. Yeah, and that's one thing as well. You guys can hold on to your blessings until you need them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to immediately use them whenever you get them.
You can see right now, so our destroyers have kind of figured out where the behemoth is going to buck it from. Like sooner or later, the boss will just say, right, now we go. And he'll just very, very quickly, she'll sail straight at the boss, at the prisoner.
Yep.
So rather than pushing up and dealing damage to the boss right now, the destroyers have kind of just used their concealment to get into a path where they can intercept when that happens, rather than sailing in and having to fight through all of the minions that are spawning. And this is kind of important in terms of they will be really big boss damage dealers because they can get up there without being spotted.
Yep.
And you'll also see that we have a battleship here kind of just shield blocking the prisoner to a degree to take shells instead of the prisoner, just to preserve as much of that health as possible for the later stage. And then I'm kind of just in between him and the minions, so that we can both basically cycle the EMP blast that disables torpedoes or be supportive. And also I'm local to help with the minions that will eventually spawn on the left side, because they sort of spawn in the middle, right side, and left.
Yep. That battleship is also providing a secondary purpose of limiting how much the prisoner can move, because the prisoner still moves in hard mode. So
I'm just notifying my team I'm going to be popping shield in a minute. Our team need them. Yeah, we'll pop them now.
I have a question regarding Azure Lane German ships. Why don't we have a Azure Lane German ship? Just skins by now. We can't comment in any questions on collaborations unless there's an ongoing collaboration that the question is about. So unfortunately, I can't really answer that question.
Okay, so the boss is now sending it. So we're just going to pop our reload time blessing and start hammering the boss. Meanwhile, also me being here is kind of acting as a bit of a meat shield, so he's shooting me instead of just going straight for the prisoner. So we're going to utilize this reload boost. Now he's down. And we just sort of switch to a escort mission now to some degree. The important factor here is sort of to determine which way the prisoner is pathing, because he will pick a direction. And then you just focus whatever minions are in the direction he's pathing. So right now, he's actually going right. So we're going to focus these minions spawning here, because these are the ones that will reach him the quickest. So as a battleship, I'm going to kind of anchor behind this island and catch them as they sail past.
Yep. Prince Flip, any teasers for the next update? The next update will be in November. It will have November-themed things in it. It will have ships that float and have guns on them. But beyond that, I can't provide you any more teasers, unfortunately. Will Azure Lane return to World of Warships? Again, can't comment on collaboration content. Sorry, guys. Any word if the super testers have been selected? So...
yes, kind of. So the messages have started going out today, but as is sort of Discord tradition, they like to rate limit me and block me from messaging so many people in a day. It's like a bot spam prevention thing. So typically I can only really get through like a handful of people every day.
Yeah.
So just keep an eye on your messages over the course of the next few days. And if you get a message from me, great. If not, you probably weren't successful.
Yep. So the answer is yes, but not all the messages have been sent yet. Yeah. So please continue waiting another week or so. Will we still be able to play Crimson Break after this week?
No. So we're going to be releasing a kind of
the rerun
of last year's Halloween, but with some changes. It's not going to be identical. But you'll have a different Halloween mode that you can play.
Yep.
Okay, so we've cleared hard. So I guess we'll just go straight to insane, which is where the challenge begins. So over to insane. This is where it gets it gets a bit spicy.
Why not contact super testers via email? The simplest answer to that is that
good question.
Good question. But most of super test is operated through Discord, so being able to contact you directly there simplifies the even though it takes a little bit longer, it simplifies the process for onboarding.
Also, it basically means we can confirm that you have a Discord account because we're messaging it.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. Will we be running all the different ships during this stream? In order to keep kind of his role and coordination going with the other players, Final's going to be continuing to play Battleship through most of the stream. I guess if we finish Insane on the first go or something like that, we can try the other ones.
Yeah, I mean, if we finish Insane and the super testers that have joined us want to keep playing on stream, we can probably just start randomly switching different compositions and seeing if we can manage it.
Yep. So... One question: would the console platform ever get the daily 7-day login rewards like what the mobile platform has? I don't believe so. Because your kind of console platforms and mobile still have a few differences in terms of what they can get access to, so that's kind of the incentive to try also the mobile platform, because almost every player who has a console will also have a cell phone. So and if their cell phone can run it, might as well try it and get a little bit of bonuses there. Any plan to add or more information to the ship stats like shell velocity, pin, and fuse time? No plans have been announced at this time. Although that's a feedback point that we're aware of. People want more stats, more numbers. At least people who come and talk to us do. So so it's a feedback item we're aware of, but it's kind of one of those things where it's not entirely necessary to enjoy the game. So it's a quality of life item that's an additional item that we can look at.
There have been some changes to the Halloween mode specifically for insane difficulty. So based on feedback, there were a few changes made. Firstly, in the scenarios now, the prisoner will always be a battleship. And secondly, that battleship in the final phase will not move. So in the defend for 120 seconds, it will stay where it is.
Yep.
So you're just defending the position, basically.
Will soul spheres be converted, or will they be lost to the ether? Soul spheres are the commander progression items, if I remember right.
Yes, they will not be converted.
They won't be converted.
No.
The event coins you get that you can spend in the store, those will be converted like normal. Which normally they get converted at a rate of 1 to 1,500 credits. So.
Okay.
Will the rewards be updated in the new Halloween mode? Yeah, there should be there'll be a new series of rewards. So.
Plus an opportunity to obtain the reward from last year.
Yeah, you can get Nicholas again if you already have you can get Nicholas. If you already have Nicholas, you'll get a pile of credits for getting her again. So.
I should probably load HE here. I don't know why I didn't. That was a bit silly. Good shot in a minute. This battleship, when it starts moving, it just does not want to change direction.
Yeah.
In any shape, it doesn't want to slow down. It doesn't want to speed up. It doesn't want to turn.
Yeah. It's the most brick of a battleship there is in the entire game.
It is indeed a U.S. heavy battleship.
Yeah.
What is this model based on? Kansas or?
Yeah, it's Kansas.
Yeah. Oh, she's thick.
What's the relationship between wargaming departments? Do y'all ever talk to the PC WoWs or Blitz teams? We sit right next to part of the PC community team, and a large part of their publishing team. So, and we work with them and talk with them.
We go to lunch with them. We drink with them. We do everything with them, basically, to some degree.
So, Blitz teams Blitz team we have a little bit less connection with because they're mostly located in another office. But we do have some connections with them here as well.
I need to not be broadside here, but the ship won't turn. Dun.
Yep. Do you plan on adding new commands, like asking someone to use a radar? No plans at the moment. Will the soul orbs we're getting from the first part of this Halloween event be available the second part of the event, or will they reset? I'm not sure.
I don't quote me on this, but I think the commanders might already be max level for the rerun.
Okay.
I think.
So.
We've reworked the rerun, so it doesn't have the 9 circles this time. It's just sort of like easy, normal, hard kind of approach.
Yeah. Wait, what did I miss? Another Halloween event? When is that? Yes. So we're going to be rerunning a remaster of the of last year's event, and starting next Monday. So make sure you get your clears through on this event this week.
Yeah. I have more than 100,000 souls left. Well, I mean, I'm sure your commanders are all max.
Yep. Are there going to be submarines added? No plans for submarines. It's a small possibility for submarines in PvE modes, which is versus AI or similar modes, but no plans for PvP submarines. Yeah.
Okay, this behemoth is kind of moving in. I'm trying to get a shot on him, but I don't think I'm going to get it.
Yeah. Was there a USS or US destroyer called Buck? I bet there was. The problem with US destroyers is that there's so many of them and I can't memorize all their names. Sorry.
I can't get a shot off over this island. I need to reverse, I think. I'm in a really bad spot. And yeah, I should maybe get back towards the prisoner a bit.
Yeah. Are there any rewards coming with last year's Halloween mode? Yes. You can re-earn or earn for the first time Nicholas. If you already have Nicholas, you'll get a pile of credits for as compensation. And then plus some other rewards for the different modes.
Oh, I was literally about to pop my shield and then they just popped theirs. So we've just burnt both of our shields. Man, oh well, oops. That's gonna sting. Secondary focus this guy. Yeah, we just popped both our shields and it's getting really dicey as well. That's yikes. Might not be good. We'll see.
Apparently DD 420 was USS Buck. I see why you're asking for it now.
Funny man. Funny man. Yeah. In terms of getting a historical looking camo on Queen Mary, the best option at the moment, in my opinion, as well as Marble Flints, is to put the Type 3 camouflage on Queen Mary. It'll look like the Type 3 camouflage for the German or for the British battle cruisers, almost said German, is exquisite. I love it. Okay, so our destroyers are already kind of mobilizing on the behemoth, and once this pestilent Varg is out of the way, we have a nice kind of damage farming window here, really. We're all staying very close to the prisoner, so we can protect him if any destroyers suddenly appear, but I think now we're on the damage phase for the boss, so I'm going to pop all of my damage-related skills, and we're just going to go ham and try and prevent the boss from killing the prisoner.
Will Desevan Provincian be available for GXP soon? I would say not soon. GXP or campaign ships return for GXP usually like well over a year after they've initially released, I would say. It's not a guarantee, but it's usually quite a while before they return.
Okay, so we're already kind of shielding the prisoner to take hits. It's good.
Is it true you could get 18% fire chances in the in Blazing Dread? You can get more than that.
So yes, it is true, but you're also underestimating.
You underestimate my power. Yeah.
Come on, behemoth, go down. Please don't kill the prisoner. Ooh. I think we got him. And now we just defend. Okay. And we still have another blessing. That's nice. I'm going to keep that in case things get dicey. And we're just going to...
Will the Halloween skin for Montana ever be available for event currency? Not during this event. Who knows in a year's time or 2 years' time, but not during this event.
Oh, that's a lot of module incapacitations there. Yeah, I could probably use a shield, to be honest, if they have one. I don't have mine right.
Druid buff question, or question mark. We're aware that there's a lot of feedback requesting Druid to be buffed in various different ways. And so, of course, we're keeping an eye on her performance, see whether or not it's needed, and it could come if it's needed. So.
Oh, I'm actually pushing you. Okay. But we're all stacking around the boss right now.
Yeah.
You shall not damage the boss. Okay, we should pop this. I keep opening the menu. Let's pop the increased armament damage and start kind of hitting things now. Because we are getting a bit dicey. There's a lot coming in.
Yup. Are we going to see a new nation? There's possibilities. There are ships available, like ship models available that we could make new nations with. Of course, De Zeven Provinciën is our first Dutch ship, which is the most recent new nation that we've had. And there's on PC, there's a whole line of Dutch ships. So there are ships that are available, and that could be a nation that could be added, for example. PC also relatively recently released Spain as a nation, but I don't know if we have any plans for that yet.
And there we go. We have cleared Insane. Okay, so if the guys still want to keep playing, we can mess around with different compositions, or we could maybe do like something else. I don't know. So really up to them. Yep, that was Insane.
Did Arkwell got back?
Oh, one moment.
Boy, you're gonna have to reword that. I don't understand what you're asking about. Or you can go back and check some of the patch notes regarding carriers. They will have all of the information there.
Sorry, I was blowing my nose. I'm still kind of recovering from long symptoms of a sickness. Okay, I guess I'll play a cruiser, change it up a little bit. We'll do Insane again and see if we can clear Insane with different. Oh, cruise limit reached. I guess I'll play a destroyer today. Sure. Yeah. Let's do a build.
Any chance Japanese battleship secondary guns could be buffed with more range and penetration? I would say pretty low chances of that. The Japanese battleships are designed around long range combat. And so secondaries is naturally the inverse of that. And so you would be putting the ship into a very much disadvantaged position in order to utilize that. And we wouldn't want to encourage that too much.
Okay, so we're going to do 1 destroyer, 2 cruisers, 2 battleships now, instead of 2 destroyers, 1 cruiser, 1 battleship, or 2 battleship. Yep. I've managed 2 wins on Insane so far. I want that flag.
Yep. Can I get access to the Pan American commander if I don't have the BV from that nation? No, I do not think you can get access to that commander unless you have Atlantico.
Yeah. A Pan American battleship.
Yeah, that's right. Because yeah. We add Pan American cruisers, battleships, aircraft carriers. No plans for any. There's but because the problem with Pan-European, like the Pan-European nations, is that generally speaking, they didn't build many ships beyond World War One. And those ships that they did build tended to be smaller, like destroyer sizes. So there's very limited choices in what ships you can pull from in order to make a full line. Doesn't mean we can't make something up, but I'd rather avoid that.
These torpedoes are so fast. Actually, missiles.
Would you guys consider some kind of tribute to the USS Pueblo in the future? I would have to read up on the Pueblo. I don't recognize that name off the top of my head. So it's always a possibility. We can always do like social media stories on them or just little missions or something like this. If it's important enough or if there's an anniversary. Is it possible to add more information to the game to help out newer players? I've noticed that people ask a lot in Reddit and for things like Overmatch, etc. A Legends of Academy of sorts. It is possible. It is a lot of work. But yeah, that's something that could happen. Any plans for getting USS Wisconsin battleship soon? No plans for Wisconsin anytime soon. We've had quite a lot of feedback that some of our players are a little overwhelmed with how many U.S. ships that we have. So. Yeah. There is a World of Warships Legends wiki, though. But he was asking for information in game because for many console players, it's difficult to navigate to a wiki or even to a Discord or to Reddit because that's a degree of separation from their console. So many Legends players just come home, want to play a few games, then go be with their family, have dinner, and go to bed. And so not all Legends players are core Legends players who play hours, like many hours every day. So putting it into the game makes it more accessible for players like that.
Not sure if I should just try and go around a flank. I'm trying to figure out which way the boss is moving so I can pick that side.
Plans to get Halloween stats on service records? No plans for Halloween stats on service records. Mostly because like adding Halloween stats and service records immediately becomes a legacy item for the service record, which means that we have to maintain something, 5 years from now from something this year that never reappeared again and isn't being updated constantly. So.
Okay. Where is the boss going? Is he just going left? Yeah, I think he's going to just...
Yeah. Where is the best place to find ship builds for Legends? There is a website called wowsbuilds.com, WOWS builds.com. That's a really cool interactive tool that you can use to make your own builds, or you can see other people's builds. You can also go to our Reddit and Discord and ask for advice there. There's a channel in Discord, for example, where you can find ship discussion or commander discussion, where you can ask for advice regarding commanders, ships, or how to play, or what ships to go for. So
I'm just going to flood this whole channel real quick before I move.
What happened to WoW's Builds tournaments? Is Father Monday still among us? Father Monday is still among us. However, life is life, and Father Monday might be too busy to continue running WoW's Builds tournaments. So, would you say the game has a year of design cap? If so, what is it? Roughly 1959.
Okay, we've had things spawn over here as well, so I should be a bit more careful. Chill for a minute.
Yep. How are things going on your end?
Going fine. I'm just trying to figure out where I can position to start doing something against the boss, but the minions are kind of spawning in awkward places, and if you're playing the destroyer and you get spotted, the AI does kind of focus you a little bit, and I don't really want to start sacrificing health right now. I would much rather kind of reserve it for the later stages. Like now I'm about to get spotted, but if I just buck it and I sail really quick, I can probably get behind this rock before I go down.
Yeah. What does the 1959 mean? He was asking what, basically the question is like, what is the year cutoff date for like the I guess newest ship you could have in the game? As far as I'm aware, the newest ship that we have in the game, or the most modern ship we have in the game, is Colbert, which was commissioned in, I believe it was May 1959. It was either April or May 1959, right after Tiger 59 was commissioned. So,
well, I just activated my invisibility, so as long as I don't shoot my guns or shoot any torpedoes, I stay like dark. So we're now gonna go and try and intercept the boss. I think we've kind of reached the point now where I can start moving out to intercept him.
Yeah. Would Legends consider a collaboration with Drakkenfell? I've had many live streams with Drakkenfell now, as part of the Armchair Admirals series on the World of Warships PC official channel. And we have had a collab with Drakkenfell. The history, or rather the Ships of the Line US Cruisers Part 1 live stream was with Drakkenfell, and me going through the beginning of US Cruisers.
Okay, he's going to go to his bucket phase now, so we're going to get on his broadside, and we're just going to start hammering, probably.
Yeah.
Just going to lead a little bit more, because as soon as he starts accelerating, he takes off. He's so fast. Yeah, he's already going, look.
Yeah.
He's really, really quick. Or she, I guess. It's Vasilisa, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just gonna...
Will there be more German BBs in campaign coming soon, hopefully, or just German BBs in general? I'll answer in general. Of course, there will always be German battleships coming. They are by far, well, maybe not by far, but they are one of the most popular types of ship in the game and play styles in the game. So, how many developers is working on the game overall? Kind of depends on how you count and what you consider a developer to be. But I would put it in the ballpark of 100 to 150.
And then we go invisible and we sail back. Yeah, they've got that in the bag. Nice, nice. So we managed to successfully intercept Vasilisa, and now we just withdraw and defend. So I'm going to go back and just play torpedo kind of defense here. So if you're playing Destroyer, the trick is not really to sail in and die at the start of the game. It's more kind of thin the minions out a little bit, figure out which way the boss is going to push, and then just try and find a comfortable spot on the side of the boss where you can just start like pop all of your blessings and start hammering him for as much damage as you can before. Meanwhile, the guys will kind of play wave defense around the boss.
You just want the sea to be torpedoes.
Yeah, basically.
Is there a chance for a Russian torpedo destroyer commander? There's always a chance, and that is a feedback item that we've been pushing forward because the alternate Russian destroyer alliance is one of the branches that gets mentioned a lot in feedback. So.
If the prisoner spawns as a destroyer, it's a lot harder to keep them alive. The prisoner does not spawn as a destroyer on Insane anymore.
Yeah.
The prisoner will always be a battleship, and they never move.
On Insane.
On Insane specifically. Yes.
Yep. That was changed a few days after the event started.
Yep. Exactly. All these ships clumped up. I'll cut around the back of the battleship, and then we're just gonna flood them. Because the problem now is where I was. There's a lot of shipwrecks in the way. So I'm changing my direction a bit so I can shoot torpedoes around the wreck. I'm just gonna keep hammering their.
What about improvements of training rooms, spectator mode, tournament swans? Improvements to the training room are quite highly unlikely. The training room is not especially often used. It's essentially almost only used for tournaments or clans preparing for tournaments, and so which is a quite small population in terms of the whole game, which means that making investments in that area is not always optimal for us.
Okay, so that's 2 Insane clears. One is a battleship, one is a destroyer, and we'll try and get the 3 for 3. And see if we can get back-to-back Insane clears as battleship, cruiser, destroyer.
Yep.
And then I guess we'll do standard or something else, and we'll figure that out. Okay. So commander build for the cruiser. For those interested, I'm just running full funny fire.
Somebody asked about your destroyer build as well.
You want to see my destroyer build?
Yep.
Yeah, sure. So hold on, I have to change to a destroyer. So I can't because there's the destroyer limit. Maybe if one of the I can still show the build.
Yeah,
okay, perfect.
Build, yeah.
So this was the build I just ran. Sea detectability, so I can kind of navigate to the broadside of the boss. Torpedo reload, because that's going to be kind of your bread and butter for the whole run, really. You're not really going to use your guns that much. Like fish in the water, because torpedo speed is super important, particularly just because the AI will turn on a dime to dodge your torpedoes. Yeah. So this gives the AI less time to react.
But
and
also, the advice from the most recent comment from Godzilla. If you so with the AI has trouble tracking if your torpedoes are fired while you're not locked onto them. So what you can do is you can lock onto something, figure out where you need to shoot, and then unlock, and shoot. And so it's a little AI trick you can play on them.
Phantom Menace, just normally I would run speedy strikes, but you'll notice that when I was kind of hitting the boss, I wasn't really moving too much. I was just trying to stay in like an optimum area on their broadside. where I'm far enough away that I'm not getting spotted, but close enough where I can shotgun and they can't really dodge my torpedoes, which is again why fish in the water was so useful. So instead I went with just in general, if I'm not spotted, I do more damage. And then there's only one choice for legendary skill.
Yep.
Okay, so I will grab the cruiser now. And we will go. And this will be the, hopefully, augur as well. 3 for 3. 3 back-to-back insane kills.
They toned down the server temporarily. Jump on, fellas. We, as much as we would love to have that power, we don't have that much influence in terms of day-to-day server operation, which is probably a good thing because you don't want to be messing with the server day-to-day unless you have to. So.
Our server code is like the ancient texts at this point.
Yeah. The sacred text.
So I have to be like one of the old guard game developers to understand.
Yep.
All right. Cruisers is kind of like the third and final approach. So this, you are a really good damage dealer just because, like I said, when everything scales down your damage, the fire consumable will always be a flat 7,000. So just start loads of fires, pop your, consumable. A lot of people tend to try and save their consumable for the perfect moment. While that's really good to do, it does reload quite quickly. So you can kind of just min-max it by just grabbing a few ships, starting a few fires here and there, and then just popping it and getting the reload going.
Yeah. It's not ancient server. It's kind of ancient core, like core server code. So because it's stuff that's been working since 2019, and so that's the foundation the game's based is based on has to be that way, right? So it's the foundation.
Oh, that really hurt. I love how my I take shots literally in the millisecond in between shields rotating. Ouchie. Let's activate this shell dispersion. Try and preserve at least some health. That was really bad. I took so much damage now that might actually throw the game for us. Oops. Shouldn't have done that. I'll just have to be extra careful in the high damage phase. Yeah, I'm forgetting about my dispersion shield. I was kind of hoping to not have to rely on the dispersion shield so much, which was a bit of a silly mistake. Because they were cycling shields. But, oops, I should have used it. I didn't, my bad. So now I'm showing how you don't play insane, apparently. Okay, so we're going to just try and get behind this island and have a comfortable place where we can shoot and not have them return fire.
Collab with G.I. Joe. Again, we cannot comment on collab questions. So, sorry, I can't answer that question, Steven. Radar is important to spot enemy DD. There's no DDs in the first area, so you don't need to use radar.
Yeah, not off the rip. I just start launching some torpedoes, see if we can clear this corner. And I'm going to start relocating because they're getting a bit too close now, where they're going to come around the corner and they're going to start shooting me, and it's going to hurt, and I need to preserve health. So we're just going to... Well, are them tops going to land? Yes. No. A little bit. Okay. Can we get another fire just so we can hit him for 17k twice? So, yeah, dispersion. Pop fire. Okay, we're gonna... Oh, actually, I'm in a really good position to start getting him down nice and early. Yeah. I'm gonna turn around though because I'm overextended, so I gotta get back.
Yeah. Would there be a chance of a graphic /physics update, like better water physics, and how our flags flutter in the wind like it is on PC? Our graphics team is constantly working on little upgrades and updates to things all the time. Due to the nature of how graphics technology works, it's some changes are really hard to explain or are hard to understand in the first place. They're not usually mentioned in the patch notes. But like almost every update has something coming for it in terms of graphics. In terms of like physics, like better water physics, extreme water physics, no, that's like pretty much not coming. It's so unlikely that it's pretty much not coming. But in terms of like improving a little bit how the ships move a little bit, there's a few there is improvement in that area coming, and has been on the way for some time now.
I'm gonna start getting shot again. If I want a shield, please pop it. I'm gonna be in trouble otherwise. Thank you. Give me another fire so I can just take him out. Right.
How did he get his cruiser to reload that fast? He used what's called a blessing. So within the Halloween mode, in the second part of the Halloween mode, after you teleport the first time, you get access to blessings, which are kind of like roguelike video game, like temporary blessings, where it's like, you know, I want to take less damage or I want to do more damage, and you can use those blessings at any time. And one of those blessings is a reload blessing, which makes you shoot a lot.
Yeah, I'm really kind of I got my full focus on the game right now, so I'm not.
Yeah, no worries.
That damage I took at the start of the game, like in that first wave, was really bad for me in terms of being problematic. So I'm having to play kind of extra conservative to try and retain. Like, because I'm half health, I'm probably going to die during the final push where they're all on us, unfortunately. So I'm trying to just do as much as I can now to lessen the burden a little bit later on. I'm going to hide the blessing for now. I'm going to save it. I'm just going to one-shot the destroyer with the ability there.
Any plans to change the guys bonus from daily to permanent? No plans. The guys bonus just came out this update, so we still need to gather data and feedback to see what's going on before we can make any kind of decisions on that. So no plans at all. You don't have to specify, but is this new Halloween mode testing any potential new mechanics?
Yes. This current one?
Yeah. I actually don't think so.
I mean, it's not really testing. I mean, like, the blessings is a new concept we've developed specifically for the mode.
Yeah, it's
I'm not sure we'll ever reuse it again or not. Yeah, maybe not, but...
Yeah, there are new mechanics, but I don't think there's any that in the mode that we're planning to bring into the game.
We're not, like, secretly testing anything, you know, intrusive.
Like with the April Fool's mode this year, we were testing essentially
updated water physics, but also like essentially the orbital strike was a pseudo airstrike that we were testing in a way that and just to kind of gauge what sort of response there would be to striking from above in that way. Okay, for this, honestly, because I'm so low on health, rather than have the damage skill, I'm probably just gonna kite back it and keep it for the blessing for the health. So if I'm really kind of in a problem, I can just heal myself and focus on survivability here. You know, dead ships can't deal damage. And with me being alive, I can still use that fire skill, which is really huge for damage. Oh, they're over here as well. Man. Yeah, get that destroyer in there. Nice. And on the right hand side too. We'll worry about them in a minute. The bigger problem is going to be this scarab, and all these are pushing in here is the big one. So we're in a bit of a tricky situation. We're getting pushed from a lot of sides, but the team is kind of just, they've determined, right, left flank is the problem right now. Yep. We will deal with it one problem at a time. We'll solve this problem and then we'll move on to the next, you know.
Yeah. Would ships like HMS Hood get her DFAA? Unlikely. HMS Hood is already an excellent ship at tier 6, and so she's not really in any on any radar for any changes anytime soon.
I need to start cutting away.
Can there be more severe punishment for AFK players? Can there be? Technically, yes. There's no plans right now, but it's a feedback item that we're well aware of. It's my understanding that Japanese 203 millimeter cruiser AP has different/improved underwater penetration effects. Is that true? Yes. The main thing is that
Nice.
they will travel, or they have less resistance in the water than other shells, which means they travel further before detonating. So it means that the chance of having a or underwater penetrating hit with a Japanese cruiser AP shell is higher, but it's not something you should aim for. It's just a bonus.
All right, 3 for 3. Thank you to our special guests that came in to run this with us.
Yeah.
I guess we'll pull out. I mean, there's only so much we can show on Insane, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of a breakdown summary and how you're going to be playing cruisers, destroyers, and battleships in Insane. So to recap, good tips are have a battleship in front of the prisoner so that they can kind of act as a sponge and take shells. And then you want another battleship just slightly further ahead. That way you have kind of like a dead man zone buffer where you can both activate the EMP wave to disable torpedoes. Have a cruiser placed somewhat conservatively, using the fire skill quite heavily. And then you have destroyers that will kind of stay with the main group for the first half of the second wave. But once you kind of get a rough idea of where the boss is coming from, you want to start setting up like interception routes to start getting the damage. And just, if you don't have to use your blessings, just save them. Like you can just minimize the window and then stack all 3 back to back and hammer the boss on that final wave as he's rushing you. And once he's down, just play defense, block the shots, get your insane clears.
Yep. Yeah. And the key part of all of this is coordination.
Yep.
The bigger the division you can bring in with you, the better. Because the divisions are going to be able to just help you just coordinate with your teammates. If you can use voice chat, that's the best.
Yep.
But the like if you're wanting to do it insane, the best way to do it is with a division. So.
Yep. Great job, guys. It's a good game.
Yep. So question here. I was under the impression that when we put a guys on a collaboration commander, you would get the tracers and flares. It does absolutely nothing. What am I missing?
You got the eco bonus. That's it.
The only purpose for putting a guys on a collaboration commander is getting the economic bonus for it. I'm not no lawyer, but as far as I understand, is with collaboration content, you want to avoid making any kind of tweaks to it as much as you can post fact. So, yeah.
Imagine spotting final boss on his shimmer. You have no idea how many shimmers will see me and kill me. And then they message me and they're like, ha 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 ha, because they know. And I'm like, ah.
Yeah. Do you have Nadar's phone number asking for a friend? No.
Vasilisa.
Will arcade mode go up to higher tiers? We've seen feedback for requesting, especially for tier 7 arcade mode. Right now, there's no plans for that, but we're watching. How much is arcade mode enjoyed? What sort of improvements we can make to it, and all that all the time. So
there's a massive jump in difficulty from hard to insane. Yes, it does get a bit more difficult, but I think it becomes more mechanic heavy in insane. It's more just understanding you do less damage, so you rely a lot more on consumables, and also just having the coordination. Like most of the difficulty in this mode comes almost exclusively from positioning.
Yep.
Just knowing how and where to position, and how just to read the scenario, really. Once you kind of have that and you have a group of, like, I would also definitely recommend you play it in a group of people. Trying it solo on, like, with complete randoms, it may not be impossible, but you are definitely making it harder on yourself.
Yep.
Ultimately, I'm sure the Discord is full of people who would be happy to run it with you. Just jump in our Discord and say, hey, looking to play it, and you know, it might go well for you.
Yep.
The lad said, well played, final. Glad we're here to help. Thank you for joining us. And it was great.
Yep.
Honestly, I was surprised to get 3 Claires back to back. We have 2 hours in the stream and we've already achieved our stream objective an hour in. So now we're just like, what do we do now? Like, that was kind of our plan for the whole stream, really.
Yeah.
So we have an hour to figure out what we want to do.
Yeah.
We could also try a training room and just we all play the same ship.
Yeah, sure. Is there any plans or plan on adding a way to see what permanent camo you have, like an inventory for camos? No plans for an inventory at this time.
Go support Ketchup Doc with his attempt 420,069.66 to get unsinkable Sam as a guys. Man, I'm trying, bro.
Does Agilane Chapayev base trait about causing incapacitations affect only HE, or is it AP and HE? Can you pull up the base trait real quick?
Yeah, it's just.
I just want to check the wording on it.
Yeah, sure.
I think it's for both.
Yeah, I think it's just straight up module incapacitation chance.
Yeah. So it should be for both AP, HE, and torpedoes, for that matter, and bombs. So you can use kind of whatever you want.
Okay, how about the campaign ship last update was... I'm already having a brain fart. What was the campaign ship? By now we will have...
Oh, God.
we live our life in 5-week cycles.
Yeah,
so it's like... There's never in right now, so...
it was Velos.
Velos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or was that 2 updates ago?
Chat, are we brain farting? What, Michelangelo? Yes, it was Michelangelo.
Michelangelo, that's it.
Yeah, sorry.
How did I forget Michelangelo?
You call it at the end of a work day, and we're kind of trying to wing our stream now.
Yeah.
How about we just do a game, training room, full of nothing but secondary Michelangelos? Just see what happens. We'll do that. I'll set up a training room.
Yeah. Or just, like, if you don't have a Michelangelo, bring a tier 8 cruiser of some kind.
Yeah, sure.
You should invoice John Bart to Cardio's account. That would be super fun as a stream activity. No.
Fun for one person. Okay, so cruiser, commander. Who am I doing secondary with? Or what? So
on that note, does Arthas's base trait also increase AA damage?
Yes. No. Yes. I think it increases all forms of damage. I know you can use it to increase torpedo damage. So
I know I've answered this question on the Discord.
Yeah, this.
Please go search it because I don't remember off the top of my head.
Discord is full of just theory crafting, basically.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what commander I'm going to be running for a secondary build on Michelangelo.
Yeah. I know I've answered it at some point in the past, but I'm sorry I can't answer it on the stream right now off the top of my head.
Chino could be a shout. Yeah. Oh no, because Battleship. No, I'm trying to...
4K 60 FPS for PlayStation 5 anytime soon. It's something that we're still working on. Our team is probably having trouble getting everything working the way they want it to. And so, yeah.
I'm not really sure what builds to put on my Michelangelo, to be honest. I think right now it's Belly with cruiser detectability, but that won't be very good in training rooms. What recommendations do we have for commanders this time around, do you think? If I kind of want to run secondaries, it'd almost be a battleship commander, wouldn't it? With like properly meticulous.
Yeah, so it'd be so I'm running a Palo di Ravel on mine just to full send it, you know.
Yeah, okay, so like I can't do Brawler because that's battleship.
How is Brick Vermont performing after its buff? Much better. Yeah.
And then I guess I'll go with the heal, although I'm sure I won't get a chance to use it because it's just going to be I'm going to be the first at every game. Okay, so we're going to create. We'll just make a normal public room. Create room. How about we'll do a Two Brothers
mid-rush.
Mid-rush, yeah. Public room. We're gonna do capture the base. Create room.
Yeah. Is Florida doing good post buff? Good question. I've been waiting for this. Yes, Florida is great. You should try her.
I remember playing it in Brawl and being like, Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
Yeah, like Florida is amazing now. It's probably like it's still not Nelson, because Nelson just overmatches everything, right? But Florida is amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess you guys just need to ready up so I know what ships you're playing.
Yeah. Yeah. Florida is probably Florida's one of my prouder balancing achievements. Not gonna lie.
Is this all we have available right now? Come on, guys. People are probably making their builds.
Yeah.
Hail Zara, Revel. GK. That's a legendary tier, though.
Brick do need better acceleration, though. Yeah. What's the training room rules? Ideally, Michelangelo secondary build.
Whatever.
Less ideally, tier 8.
Yeah. I'll do my best to mirror it. Jump in. Come on. We're all gonna full send it down Two Brothers and see what happens.
Yep.
I wish I could join watching y'all I work. Yeah, we are kind of streaming on an unusual day. We don't usually do Tuesdays.
Yep. And it's also kind of morning work time for NA. So
that might be it. It might be a short training room game, and then we'll probably do some standard or something.
Nope.
I'll give it another minute or two. See who joins. Brick do need better acceleration though. I mean, is it really that bad? Like Florida acceleration isn't great, but it's not.
No,
like...
Brick is Vermont.
Oh, Vermont.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Vermont is very slow, but she's doing much better now.
I guess the whole point of the ship, though, is you are an island, right? So.
Has the balance department cast eyes towards ships like Charlemagne and Tiger 59 and consider buffing or side grading them? Don't think so. Charlemagne's decent at her tier because she has 26mm plating, if I remember right, which is, for a cruiser at for a cruiser tier 6 is pretty unheard of. And then Tiger 59 is like low key. Tiger 59 is better than you think it is, but it's not a carry ship. It is very much like the strongest support, if that makes sense. And so she actually does quite well. Not a lot of damage though.
Unfortunately, Royal Fury, we can't have another battleship in without another one. So I guess we'll just run this and then go play standard or arcade or whatever, really.
Try Florida.
Try Florida, yeah. It do be a chill Tuesday today. Yeah. So on the super test story, it's making me fill in a captcha every single time I try and send a message right now, which is mega pain. So people will be DMing me and I'm trying to reply to the DMs and I'm having to fill a captcha in for every single message I send.
Yup.
It's making me pull my hair out. Okay.
And I can't even first time you because I know it's not your first time.
Oh, sorry?
I can't even first time you because I know it's not the first time.
It got me last year as well.
Oh, man. Can we get a British flag? I started this January and don't have much for my British ships in way of flags.
We did have one a long time ago, like a really British one.
Yeah.
It's like a giant Union Jack almost, but that's quite a while ago. And I think it was like an event specific.
Yeah, probably a Trafalgar Day thing, would be my guess.
I don't think it was Trafalgar.
Or maybe it was campaign ship flag.
Oh, I'll show you in a minute. It's like a really obnoxiously British one. It's like full flag colours.
I think it was a Fisher flag from Big Fat Crowd.
Dreadnought, that's the one.
Dreadnought flag.
That's the one. It's like really British.
Fun fact: after the creation of HMS Dreadnought, Fisher was was given a lordship or a knighthood. I think no lordship. I think it was, and he had to make a family crest or family motto and everything. And so he made his family motto: "Fear God and dread naught." It was spaced out to be two different words, but it was very intentionally meant to be a play on words. He also invented the abbreviation of OMG for "Oh my God." What's the Sigma and dispersion formula on Michelangelo? The guns are crazy accurate even without any specs into it. I believe it's battlecruiser dispersion with 1.9. This is off the top of my head.
It is an accurate ship.
It is quite accurate. It's kind of like Giulio Cesare got. It's almost literally Giulio Cesare.
I think they are like literally.
Giulio Cesare has the worst dispersion though.
Oh, it's tier 4. I mean, I should hope so.
Yeah.
Problem with Michelangelo though is if someone's in front of you, it's just cope, really.
Yeah.
Can't shoot them.
How often do ships for GXP rotate in the store? They don't really rotate. They
just sort of arrive.
Arrive, and that happens probably at least twice a year to 3 times a year, I would say. Missouri with 1.9 Sigma win.
That's quite.
Throw Cunningham on it. Missouri is an excellent ship already at tier 7. Very unlikely to get buffed in that way.
I tried to shoot the Michelangelo, but he's literally in front of me, so I just...
if we miss the ships we can get with the cards, will they ever reopen again or be available in crates? We know that people want to be able to complete collections after their event period. And so that's something that we're looking into ways of providing that to you guys.
One guns.
So it's not
Let's
impossible.
get a firing angle, please.
Will HMS Dreadnought be coming to WoW's and to WoW's Legends? Or HMS Dread, or how you worded this question? HMS Dreadnought is already in WoW's. It's not in Legends. But it exists. It's a very famous ship, so it's entirely possible that that she could come at some point. You have a son now.
Huh?
Where are you? Aaron has
Oh.
said that you are his dad.
I'm disappointed in you, son.
You don't get the proud. No proud dad.
Some character development.
Yeah. Come back, Dad.
Well, I mean, it was smoking, but we're in like guaranteed detection range anyway. What's the point?
Just Italian smoke, man.
Let's throw it out there anyway for the sake of it.
Yep.
Come on, AP, do something.
Yep. Remember, famous ships come last. Look how long Enterprise took.
That do be true. I
Yeah.
mean, sometimes like the popularity of a ship is the exact reason we don't have it yet,
Yep.
because we have to keep some things exciting for the future.
Yep.
Otherwise, we'll just have nothing. Like,
Yep.
yeah.
So. Only if you knew what you just said. I'm not sure what you're referring to there.
What is this Hindenburg ship everyone speaks of? I have never seen or heard of that ship before in my life.
Yeah. I thought it was a blimp. A Zeppelin. I heard there was too much lead in it. Is that why USS Hornet is not in the game? Because
I mean, carriers in general.
you can point at almost any ship that's
Yeah.
historical and say that's why it's not in the game. But like the super famous ships out there are a it's for us it's almost it's an asset, right? So it's something that we want to make sure that it's deployed or that we use in the best way possible from a business standpoint, right? So but also we want to make sure that it's still treated properly in terms of like these ships are famous for a reason, and so we have to treat that as well. So it's always a balance in terms of figuring out like what the timing is for how things go, right? So
Okay, we still have still got 50 minutes. And we cleared insane way too quick, boys. Oh, for those unaware as well, we have had the ship, the Goat, has arrived back in the store. Perfect 10 has returned, and it has brought buffs with it. Now it's even faster. So, yes, pick it up. Perfect 10 is amazing.
hide your eyes.
It's just everyone bashes on it. I think it's hilarious. It
is hilarious.
with speed boost, it has like 45 knots. You're just booking it in exhaust smoke. So yeah, Perfect 10 has returned, and also we have had the Year 1 Halloween Commanders return.
Yeah. So if you need your Henry J. Hides, now's the time to get them.
Yeah.
If you need your if you need your Vincent Mordoff, now's the time to get them.
Yeah.
So
It do be like that. Yeah. So
and I do mean it. Now is the time to get them. Like who knows whenever they come back.
yeah. So if you want them, get them. Hyde is probably like the most desirable one if you like battleships, because that's the German battleship one. But also Mordoff,
Yeah.
he's like the cracked destroyer one because it increases
Yeah.
main battery reload, which is really good for a destroyer.
Yep.
Even as an inspiration, you'll find yourself using it a lot.
Yeah, Einstein is good US good destroyer commander too. Yeah, Beepley as well, if I remember right, has some usage with
Oh, Shelly Beepley is
radar.
mega cracked. Shelly Beepley allows you to stealth radar most American cruisers.
Yep. So they're like, and well, no, Space Fishy is Stellar Clash. So there's a lot of good commanders there. So be sure you take a look at them.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're a German battleship player, you absolutely should be looking at Henry J. Hyde. Like, it's pretty much the best all round commander for German battleships.
We do have a few good German battleship ones, but yeah, he's like one of the old guards.
Yeah.
It's pretty like standard. People have for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Arthas the Cold is amazing. Arthas the Cold is amazing, but he's not available right now.
Yep.
So, you know.
Love me some more.
I realized, yeah. So on our 2 screen,
it's the white.
I am Sahalis and you are Final Boss XII. So, my bad. That was my mistake. I didn't set that up. Yikes.
How many commanders are there in the game right now? Yes.
Wow.
117.
You can't just drop a question like that live and expect us to
I think I have 148. Sure, I believe you.
Use an M Sport badge. It's got the spoiler.
There are too many things to voice crack. Oh, there are too many things in this game to memorize to be able to answer every question on stream live.
I mean, we have like over 500 ships, a lot of commanders.
All different stats.
We'll have people ask us like about base traits for one of the 200 commanders, and we're like, oh, hang on. Perfect 10. I either do really well in this ship or I die at the very beginning. There is no in between. So
it's kind of how you play it because it is the full send ship.
You literally just pick a flank, go wide, and just full send. And you either get loads of damage and kill 3 things, or you just get one shot by a Georgia, and it's like, oh, okay, cool.
Paolo Emilio, the gun cruiser. What was the largest caliber naval gun mounted on a destroyer or ship of similar displacement? Largest caliber naval gun mounted on a destroyer is technically 305 millimeters.
Oh.
The Soviets put a recoilless rifle 305 millimeter gun, so it's not technically a full naval gun. If you want to count a full naval gun, it is 203 millimeters with USS Hull. She had 1 turret replaced on her bow with a 203 millimeter like lightweight experimental gun during the Vietnam War. But so yeah, if you count recoilless rifles, 305 millimeter.
Oh, smoke! Just want to smoke their turret pits. They did just smoke their turret pits.
What is the penetration and shell velocity for Derflinger's AP shells at 20 kilometers? If you can get it to 20 kilometers, please ask me that question again. Because I don't think you can get it that far.
What is the wing speed velocity of a European Sparrow? Oh, what?
Yeah, if you can get it that far, it's small. Derflinger's AP is bad already.
That's so funny. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so we kind of want to just play support real quick, and we're going to go for this and then we're going to go for the turpits, and we're going to withdraw and run away because turning in. He's running.
The frigates that tested 18-inch guns, tier 3, I don't think that they're not frigates. You put an 18-inch gun on a frigate, you're going to have serious trouble. I think you're talking about monitors, which are shore bombardment ships. These are unarmored entirely, ships that can go like 6 to 10 knots on a good day with a tailwind. Like these are not ships that fit into World of Warships, unfortunately.
I don't start withdrawing, and now because there we go, in detection range and on broadside. Speed boost, save me. Go, 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 go. Run, 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 run. Speed boost. Move.
No Halloween costumes today. Put the cat ears on. The cat ears are all the way across the room.
Wow.
I'm not going to do it.
Run, 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 run. Getting the Blazing Dread, though. I'm getting him good.
Yep.
God. Just launch, copied it? No, okay.
Yeah. I always play Paolo as a mini cruiser with the added benefit of knowing a BB suddenly appearing. I can torch run it. Yeah. I mean,
I'm
yeah.
so cooked.
Yeah, that's kind of
Jova.
the legit way, I guess, to play Paolo, but the true and proper way, the honorable way of playing Paolo is the YOLO.
But it with the top. It's so Jova. All right, now we're gonna try and recap C for the second time.
Yeah. Yeah, you cannot get Blazing Dread for free entirely. You'll have to buy some of the Halloween crates in order to get Blazing Dread or to get enough coins to get Blazing Dread. So
the ship is so fast. I'm gonna just accelerate into C. It's gonna take off like 45 knots. Just okay.
Oh, 300 millimeter gun on a frigate would either rip a hole in half or capsize the entire vessel when fired directly port or starboard. Would be hilarious to witness. I actually don't think it would. I think it would just tear its gun mounting apart, and they just like you would just have a 300 millimeter rocket of a gun going one way and a shell going the other. It'd be like firing a cannon without having it tied down, right? Like
I'm playing, so I'm slow at understanding what you're saying, but then I'm laughing at it like 30 seconds later because it's clicking.
Yeah.
What you're actually saying.
Yeah, I don't think it would. I don't think it would severely incapacitate the frigate, but it would. The gun would be gone.
42 knots, man. 42 knots.
Like for context here, the 5-inch gun on U.S. destroyers has something like I think it's 500 no. It's something in the region of 450 to 500,000 pounds of force of recoil per shot. So it's 400,000 pounds of force of recoil for a 5-inch gun. Anyone on the deck would be incapacitated.
I think at this point now in the game it's just going to be beauty shots. So yeah, there you go. You have speedy perfect 10. Hands down, best ship. Number 1. The greatest. The GOAT.
That's why he's the GOAT.
I literally just sailed in. I speed boosted into cap, slapped to DD, slapped to turret pits, and then just ran out. That's like how it goes. The ship either goes in and dominates the flank or it gets one shot. It's
That's why he's the GOAT.
That's why it's the GOAT. And yeah, now I'm just sailing. I'm literally drag racing 2 destroyers right now into the next cap. Like without speed boost as well. My speed boost expired and I'm just drag racing these destroyers. I am the destroyer now. I am the DD now.
Yeah. That's why whenever the deck guns are fired, all crew need to be nowhere near the main guns. Yep. Richelieu actually, unfortunately, the Richelieu during her service fried a few AA gunners with her main guns at one point. It was, yeah, that was not a pleasant report to read.
Literally, dude, I'm drag racing as Hyder right now. Like, even without my speed boost. Oh, that's so funny. I'm just gonna pop another heal, get more health back. I mean, I've got nothing to shoot at this point. I'm just healing and speeding around.
Is it possible to have the option to choose between 2 ships at the end of the campaign, like with Friesland and Luoyang? It is possible because we've had it a few times before, but those are pretty rare campaigns when they come on, so can't do them all the time.
I'm gonna go back to being Sahalis now for a few minutes. Wow, look at the transformation. Incredible transformation.
Wow. German cruiser accuracy commander coming anytime soon. I'm not entirely sure what you mean. We already have several German cruiser commanders.
Do you mean secondary cruiser accuracy?
Yeah.
Or...
If you mean secondary, it's like having the porcupine skill. There's no plans for that right now. That's a feedback item we're aware of, but there's no plans for it. But we have several German cruiser accuracy commanders in the game.
So Hales, you look so different. I do. Yeah.
Nope.
Bring in the drip. It's like a visual representation of I am the captain now, right now. Like I am Sahalis.
What about all those 20 millimeter mounts on top of Texas's turrets? I guess they wouldn't be manned during surface action. Most likely, yeah. The thing is, though, if you're behind the guns, like the main guns, you are like it's not ideal. It's not a pleasant experience by any regard, but you're safe. Like it's not going to hurt you in any it's not going to hurt you in any serious way, other than hearing damage that is not service related 30 years from later. If you know what I mean. So it's like it's sort of one of those things where like if you're in a surface action and there's air attacking, you might be called to man those guns. If there's no air attack or no threat of air attack, then you're very unlikely to be manning those guns.
Haircut soon? Yes, actually.
Yes.
There will be.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep. I'm probably gonna get one at the start of next month.
Yep.
No, I'm not gonna live stream it.
Yeah. Which museum ship have you visited in real life? I've visited 2 museum ships in real life. The LST 325, landing ship tank 325, which is a still sailing museum ship that goes up and down like the Mississippi and some of the other rivers around the Mississippi in the Midwest of the U.S. She's normally in Edwardsville, Illinois. I think that's where she's normally at. And then I've also been to the Mikasa in Japan.
On Belfast several times, actually.
Yep.
Probably be back there again soon. Like, not anything work related, just to meet people. Carrier, no. Is he going for me? Yeah, it's going for me. What carrier is it? I didn't even check. Is it Soviet?
Yep. Smegeg knows exactly what it's about. Behind the gun, it's fine. Anywhere like within like basically 270 degrees from behind, like of the forward arc of the gun, is when it starts getting unenjoyable. I have a friend who was a Vietnam veteran who he was an infantryman, but specifically a shotgun infantryman. So if you know anything about Vietnam and the way things were conducted, that's not a good role to have. But anyway, he was bunkered next to an artillery battery at some point, and the way he described it would be whenever they got a fire order during the nighttime, whenever he was trying to sleep, the shockwave would suck him off of his bunk bed and literally lift him off of it and then drop him back onto it.
Okay, I mean, I can't hit that.
It's probably an exaggeration, but there's always a kernel of truth there.
That's a bit of a silly smoke, but I'm really trying my hardest to avoid this carrier because he was already like chunking me before the game even began. Let's see if we can go in and start this cap, maybe hug the island. But if the carrier tries to torpedo me if I'm by the island, it's going to be problematic because it's going to force me to sail out in front of an IO that I really don't want to do. To be honest, I don't want to fight this IO on fair ground.
Yep. You are overmatched city to him.
Yeah, and he's accurate. And if he has plotting room on, he can absolutely hurt me.
Yep. Been all of the ships on the east coast of the U.S. Next is Pearl to see the Arizona, Missouri, and Utah. Yeah, Missouri is on my bucket list. Like, I am a Missourian. I'm highly interested in naval history. It's got to be on the bucket list at that point.
So all I want to do here is just contest this cap to not let it fall because they've already got the middle. I don't want to give them a two cap side. So we're just going to chill. We're going to contest. If their Megami decides to do exactly what it's doing right now, we're going to hit him. We're going to hit him really hard because Iowa can't help him.
Yep. There you go.
I'm going to start trying to damage him.
Classic Japanese turrets getting disabled.
Yeah. And then he's going to realize his mistake and start reversing, and I'm going to farm him while he's reversing.
Yeah. I've never really been able to fully understand the decision to continue not armoring the turrets on Japanese cruisers.
This carrier is really problematic for me. I did not see him coming. That was a problem. Speed boost. Speed boost. Speed boost. I got the carrier as well. Man, dude, what is this?
You're asking a British carrier or cruiser to switch gears? Nope. Oof.
Whenever I was spotted without fail, that carrier was like dropping me. Oh well.
Yeah, shooting anything under a charge 7 a paladin can be relaxing. The whole chassis just rocks back and forth gently.
Where's my? Oh, I had like a weird stick drift on my controller there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wasn't even thinking about submarines. I've been to Den Helder as well, and they have a submarine there. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's like the Dolphin or something like this. But they have a small submarine there that's really cool. So I've been there as well.
What cargo was that? Was that a cargo? Because it was dropping me from all angles. Yeah. Cargo has really, really accurate dive bombs and can basically just like drop them directly on you from any angle. And they have pretty good pen as well, don't they? If they're hitting their superstructure. Yeah. Cargo bombs.
Highly recommend the Alabama. Yeah, she's beautiful. Yeah. I want to see them all, obviously. Missouri's on the bucket list because of personal reasons, but like the overall, I want to visit more museum ships, big and small.
Georgia's coming out to play. Oh. And we go for the mains. Is the mains gonna eat dirt, or what do you think?
I don't know.
That carrier just
yeah,
it's gonna eat dirt. I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
There we go. Before the carrier hit him, I was like, mates, I have that.
Missouri and Iowa have the same accuracy stats.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what ships I want to see come to the game. I've already kind of all the big ones. Like in the game that I really wanted.
Yeah. Demogorgon. We're not going to talk any or current events or politics on this live stream. So. USS Constitution is also fun if you want to hear the sweet sound of a cannon firing. Yes, USS Constitution is also way up there. There's so many museum ships that I want to visit, but may never have the opportunity to do.
I really want to go to the Yamato Museum.
Yeah, me too. I was there. I was so close. We got to Osaka, and we were sitting in a sushi for that night, and we were going to go the next day. And then we checked it. I went to just go and check the museum website, and then I found out sitting there that Monday night that it was going to be closed on Tuesdays because they're always closed on Tuesdays. So make sure that you plan to go on a Tuesday. And so I didn't get to go to the I didn't get to go to the Yamato Museum while I was in Japan, even though it was in the plans.
You fly all the way to Japan.
Yep.
And then close the one day you're in the area.
I was also supposed to pick up some documents there too, which makes me feel angry. Oh no.
Salty moment.
Yep. We do have an office in Japan, so that they're able to pick those up for us.
Super Yamatos. I mean, there's some really cool Super Yamatos. There is Super Yamato, and then
there's a whole series of designs of Super Yamatos.
I was looking at the Nelson class style design Yamatos the other day. I'm like, what?
Yeah, the majority of Yamato class designs are like Nelson style or all forward. So
that's really cool. Yeah.
So about the incomplete question was. It's about Schrader. Okay, yeah. So if you're talking about secondary battery accuracy commanders, then that's feedback items that we're forwarding. Can't make any promises at all. But when it comes to accuracy cruiser commanders, just as a general main battery gun accuracy, Germany has several, and there's no plans to change that. Michelangelo has less available to her. So.
Haider is pretty strong. Boat is twist and track OP. I wouldn't say twist and track is OP, but it's definitely one of the more valuable skills that you could have on a destroyer.
Yeah.
Especially a gunboat destroyer. Just the ability to know where, like, you can blind top, where they last were, or chase a torpedo boat that's running away from you, kind of thing.
Yeah. That stupid Izumo ship is almost as ugly as Duncan.
I think Izumo looks great.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Yeah, it's especially whenever she has has hull B because she's less barren
with that green consumable camouflage on it that makes it look really cool. Yeah,
like
very nice.
I remember right, there were 16 out of 24 or 26 Yamato class designs. I know 16 of them were. I don't remember if there were 24 or 26 total designs, but 16 of the designs, so the majority of them were all forward gun main battery designs, like Izumo.
I'm trying to think of the cursed Yamato designs. There was a few that I saw where they were pretty cursed.
Yeah.
Trying to think of them because I was looking through a document that was like the development of the Yamato and all the different designs. I was reading about it the other day.
Yep.
There was a few that were really kind of like they were really experimental.
That's for sure.
Final Boss should do a conversation with himself as Sahalis and do a bait and switch back and forth. He's in the office right now, so the moment the stream closes, I'm going to go. Maybe not.
Yep.
I can't run away. I have to go see him.
Yamato, but gun layout like Michelangelo. There weren't any Yamato designs that I can remember with that gun layout, but there were Richelieu designs with that layout. There were 2 of them, Richelieu 5 and 5 bis.
I guess I'm just going to leave. This game's basically over. It's so Jova.
Yeah, so imagine a Richelieu hull with the guns in the center like Michelangelo.
Honestly, I think one of the nicest looking ships in our game, no joke, is it's going to be a hot topic. I'm going to get a lot of hate for this.
Is Poltava?
I think Poltava looks really nice. Let me change.
You're not wrong.
Let me change the port real quick, just so that we get like
a little lighter. Yeah.
Yeah. Which one do you think?
Ocean.
Marcel's nice one, I think. Yeah.
Or Fjords.
Fjords too, but this nice one.
Yeah, it works.
I really unironically like the look of Poltava a lot. The camo as well. It's just such a nice looking ship.
Yeah.
Like
Michelangelo is not a great design either. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, not saying it's a great design, but it is a cool design. Doesn't have to be great for it to come to Legends. It can be entertaining or interesting in some way. So,
what ships do you think look nice? If you had to pick one in Legends as your favorite looking ship, what would it be?
Dunkirk.
Dunkirk?
like.
To be honest, the French battleship design, like this all or nothing layout in general, is really kind of.
Yeah, the modern French battleship designs are good. Yeah. But like, Dunkirk looks excellent.
The guns do look hot on the French battleships.
Yeah. I love the quad with a little space in the middle. It's just.
Yeah. And then the back. The back is a bit.
But it's hard for me. There are very few ships that I can see, and like feel like they look ugly to me.
I know
there are aspects of ship that I feel are ugly, but like as a whole picture, there's very few.
There's a few British ships I think are hideous.
Yeah,
usually the battleships.
That's fair.
I also think Zeton is hideous as well.
I don't know. Zeton has charm.
Zeton has Star Wars Star Destroyer energy.
It has T-pose energy.
Like, it just looks like a Star Destroyer. You can't tell me otherwise. Like,
all we need to do is like put on the top of the pyramid structure 2 of the German radar balls.
Like these ones right here.
Yeah. Be the shield generators.
Yeah, it does kind of look a bit sci-fi, doesn't it? And then it's got these typical hideous German battleship guns. I hate the look of the German battleship guns.
Completely agree. Well, the Scharnhorst guns are look fine. Like the Scharnhorst turrets look fine, but the all of the twin mounts in that Germany produced, I don't think look very good. They look like barns with guns on them.
Yeah, they're just boxes. It's such a German design. We need ship, make box. This has a purpose. It will serve this purpose. And then pan-European destroyers are hot.
Yeah.
Hot.
Sweden knows how to make a ship look modern and look like put together, even though some of them are British.
Hang on. So Östergötland is nice.
Yeah.
It's kind of modern. And then Smaland is nice as well.
Yeah.
Which is where? Am I being stupid?
You don't have Smaland?
Oh, I should do. Oh, it's Legend. No? I don't know. Oh, that's why. Because I had elite XP ships, not filtered. Smelland with the radar dish. Man, that radar dish is so nice. Even in game when it's spinning, I just think it looks awesome. I definitely prefer this radar design to the German dome.
Yeah.
I think it
But
looks-
to be fair, that radar design is also like 15 years more modern. So, because the
Yeah.
Schmalland is from the mid 1950s. So,
yeah. What about you guys? What do you think is your favorite looking ships?
I guess 10 years more modern. But
I do like the modern look. Genova.
I really like the old quote unquote war ready look, like Octavia Revolutia and Navarin. And I guess like the refit standard battleships. Yeah, I can agree with that.
And yes,
Like I like the World War like I really like the World War One aesthetic, but I do also like the World War One plus everything plus and the kitchen cabinet slapped onto it to make it ready for World War Two. Both of them look good to me.
the Tiger's nice, but I do also really like the Israeli camo on it. It's like one of my favorite camos in the game, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's a very nice. Well, get it from. Oh, it's a big ship in the background. Yeah, with the camo, the black and the gold. It's really nice. You know, I've seen Japanese destroyers with the shadow camo on.
Yeah.
So you have the red stripy front, but black everywhere else. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll probably play another game, but I don't know what ship to play.
Yeah.
Let's play an arcade game. Something a bit quick and short. What am I going to play in arcade? Oh. Play Florida, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right as I'm saying live, I'll play Florida. I see a comment saying Florida.
Got you. Great
Yeah.
minds think alike.
With the camo. Camo for Florida. The eagle one.
Yeah. Yeah, there's always ask me. It's like, what's your favorite ship, or like what ship would you like to see most? And I'm always struggling. It's just like there's so many ships that I love, and so it's yeah, like Dunkirk is all like one of my all-time favorites. The Congo class all-time favorites.
Richelieu is nice.
Yeah.
Congo, no, I really unironically love the Fuso Tower.
Fair enough.
Just like, my tower is bigger than yours. You are inferior.
I could see you before you could see me.
Fuso Tower is definitely one of the ships of all time.
Yup.
It's also like one of the most notable. Like you could just see the outline of a Fuso and know it's Fuso like immediately.
Yup.
It's such a unique design.
I'd argue Rochester is the best looking American heavy cruiser. It's a fair shout. Rochester is very good looking, so.
Nagato with his amazing AP pen already hitting me. Oh, Sean Host.
What are your favorite collaboration voiceovers? Mine is Dunkirk and the Alliance. I haven't played with audio in long enough to really have a favorite collaboration voiceover. Either like our setups don't really.
I really like the OG Transformers collabs with the OG Transformers soundtrack
Yeah.
playing. That's a
I
cool
like
one.
I unironically, it's a little bit annoying, but I use the or I like the Arpeggio Kirishima commander a lot.
Alright.
She's a bit hyperactive, but I like it.
I'm actually a pretty big fan of Megadeth, so those kind of collaboration guys is with the Megadeth music playing as well are also kind of cool.
Oh, of course, yeah. Most of the Weeb commanders sound like chipmunks on meth to me.
I mean, it's kind of anime in a nutshell, really, isn't it?
Yep.
Miss Santa needs a voice. I think it'll be hard to do Miss Santa justice, to be honest.
Yeah.
The beach.
Prince
Oh.
Flip is a Weeb confirmed. Always have been.
Like, you're just realizing this now? Please don't be. Am I throwing? I am. I'm actually throwing, guys.
My guy.
I'm just. Yeah, I'm dead. I've just thrown.
Yep.
I wasn't
Go
paying
for a
attention.
try again.
I went broadside and beached. Yeah, just through. Rip. Oh, this is what I'm trying to concentrate on the chat while I'm playing now, and I was doing better when I wasn't looking at the chat. Art design department really went beyond with how good Azerlane Zara looks. Oh yeah, Azerlane Zara. I forgot about Azerlane Zara. Hold the phone. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Azerlane Zara is like nice. Yeah, like, man.
Blip's favorite anime is Persona 5. I have not watched the Persona 5 anime. I've played the game, specifically Royal.
What is your favorite anime? Probably gonna be something like Full Metal or something super normie, probably. But
yeah, it's probably my favorite anime is probably Code Geass.
oh gas.
Yeah.
Is that the one with the Lelouch?
Yep.
Yeah.
Code like yeah.
Lelouch.
The anime, like my top anime is quite normie and generic, but you know you have to have your Evangelion, your Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Code Geass, Cowboy Bebop, like
I think.
top 4. And then number 5, not sure what my number 5 would be.
You really have your top 5 without Hunter x Hunter?
I haven't watched Hunter x Hunter. I'll watch it when it's completed.
What? You've never seen Hunter x Hunter?
Something hiatus. I'll wait for it to be completed. I'm already on one I'm already on one extended hiatus copium train that is the Bloodborne anything. I'm not going to join another one that is Hunter x Hunter.
You actually floored me. I'm surprised. How have you not seen, dude? It's like,
I know it's amazing,
bro.
And I know. Then the reason that I know that I'm not watching it is because I want it to be completed because I know it's amazing and I want the whole thing.
Are they even making an end? I thought it has ended.
It's been on hiatus for like 8 years.
It has an ending.
No.
Yes.
The anime maybe. The manga and the continuation thereof.
The anime has an ending. Yeah. It's an ending that leaves an open door where there could theoretically be more, but it's an ending.
Yeah, but like what I mean is like they're waiting on the manga continuation to continue the anime as far as I'm aware. So,
bro, I am deep in the cope right now. Hearing it.
Yeah. I watched NGE. I've been depressed since 2008. Then make sure you watch the rebuilds.
Besides from that, I think Blue Period is really good. It's a Netflix original.
Yep.
Chifafayu? I can never pronounce it.
Chihaya Furu.
Yeah, that's a good one. Run with the Wind was good.
Yeah. Anything Studio Ghibli. Or Studio Ghibli or Makoto Shinkai.
I mean, there's the obvious ones. There's like Attack on Titan. There's Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling was fire. Yeah. That was so good.
Free Run is fire.
Free Run is fire, but it's kind of depressing.
Yeah.
The whole show is kind of depressing.
Yeah.
But I've started watching Dan, which is a bit cursed.
Yeah. So my number 5 anime on my list is definitely not going to be like what most people would consider, but it's going to have to be Land of the Lustrous. But mostly because of the manga, not really. Or the anime is good, but the manga is amazing.
I watched Black Butler, but I had to put that in dub. Yeah. Just because hearing all the characters speak fluent Japanese in Victorian London was triggering me. So I had to change to dub just Fair so enough. I could hear it in English. Yeah. That's the only reason. Yeah. I've never seen Space Battleship Yamato.
No.
I've not. Surprisingly, it's one of the few I haven't seen. Although,
I think I have heard somewhere that Hideaki Anno, the director for Evangelion.
I just started that as well for the first time. Actually.
You haven't watched Evangelion? You're on to me about Hunter x Hunter, and you haven't watched Evangelion?
I'm 3 episodes in. I'm literally watching it as we speak.
Chat, you gotta be with me on this. How has he gone getting on to me about Hunter x Hunter and hasn't watched Evangelion?
At least I'm watching it. Oh.
Yeah. How's Movie Gospel the greatest kid movie I've ever had the fortune of watching?
Given this is a World of Warship stream, I should probably at least play some ships.
Yep.
So we're not talking about anime for an hour.
But back to the Space Battleship Yamato. I believe there's supposed to be a Space Battleship Yamato thing of some kind directed by Hideaki Anno in the future, which would be interesting. So,
what should I play? Let's play a legendary game and die straight away. So everyone's going to shoot me. Let's do that. I'm midway through it. I'm literally watching it as we speak.
3 episodes in, midway
It's
through.
kind of mid right now, though. The opening, like
it's about episode 6 where it really gets.
It's
going.
a bit slow right now, and I'm kind of waiting for it to do something. You know,
it is an old anime.
Yeah.
Like, there's one thing, like if some of you guys may not be as familiar with like old, like the farther back you go in cinema history, the longer the attention span you need to have to enjoy it. So like if you go back to watch like 70s movies, there's some periods of 70s movies where nothing happens for 45 minutes, and it'll be in the middle of the movie too. So you'll just be like, and so yeah.
Sorry, I know I'm blowing my nose and sniffing a lot. I had COVID like a month ago, and I'm still having these like long-term symptoms.
Yep.
Brother.
Long COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. Final Boss explains anime storylines would be a funny content mine.
I mean, there are a few.
It would be funny too, because like he's watched so much stuff that he'll get it mixed up. So
Yeah.
he'll be talking about, like, he would probably name an anime and give a whole like thesis level detail view of it, and then it'll be the wrong anime.
Yeah, there have been times in the office where I've perfectly described what happens in a show, but then gave it the wrong name.
Yep.
Usually it's like all the isekais where the character has black hair, and you know, like there's so many clone isekais that I can fully describe exactly what happens all the way through it, but then I don't know what it's called because it's just merged with every other isekai that I've seen.
Yep.
Speaking of isekai, there's one that I just finished where they open a pharmacy.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Then they kind of get affiliated by the king and by the queen at the time, and it's a long story where they just start making medicine and helping people.
Why not?
I don't know. I have seen a lot of anime, so I'll just sort of one big blur at this point. I tend to watch seasonal anime, so I watch it as it's coming out. And because of that, it means I'm watching like 10 shows at once.
Yep.
The one that I did thoroughly enjoy, though, was the Initial D prequel. The
Oh, yeah.
Ghost. MF Ghost.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. There's one scene where they start playing the original Initial D soundtrack, and it's like, oh, oh my God.
Thoughts on Helsing? I have only seen the abridged version. If you know, you know.
It's like, I've only seen abridged Sword Art Online. What? Which is arguably better, to be honest. On the good news, you don't need to worry about where your guard is, because he's right here. He's fresh out. Let's see. Oh.
Bayonets for days.
Just popped my Arthas last minute. They're shooting back. No, wait. I'm showing my cheek. Louisiana, no. No. Turn. Please don't cheek me. Please don't cheek me. He failed to cheek me. It's all good. Daring.
We need a German CV skin with Ava 02 on the top of the deck.
Ruby is really good. That's the one with Yang, Ruby Rose, Weiss. Yeah, it's a good one.
I've heard it's good. I can't get past the first season's animation.
Yeah, like it is definitely a passion project for like the first 3 seasons, and then it starts to kind of take up.
Yep.
The scene where Ruby encounters, what's the evil lady called? Salem? Where they encounter for the first time, and they talked about a dead mother or something. Was like, oh
no.
She was like, I'm going to defeat you. And she was like, your mother said that too. The mother was dead. Oh, good show. Good show. It's been a long time since I watched Ruby. I think they've shelved it now, haven't they?
Yeah.
They've stopped making it.
Oh, Rooster Teeth doesn't exist anymore. So.
Rip. Louisiana, no, please. He's going for the cheek. He missed the cheek on that salvo. Is it going to be the back turret that gets me? No.
Nope.
It's fine. I need to turn in and kind of... Well, I've got this daring right here and it's scaring me.
Yup.
The only anime that I failed to watch, despite my best efforts, was One Piece. I got like 600 episodes in, and I was just like, man, I can't.
You're only halfway there.
I can't even motivate myself to continue anymore. Like, dude, how are you 1,000 episodes in and still haven't found the One Piece? Like,
The One Piece is real.
The One Piece is real. Can we get much higher? Yeah, I just gave up on it. I was like, man, watching One Piece is literally more commitment than marriage. No, I just can't do it anymore. I just stopped.
Do you have any anime figures or statues?
No.
I do.
I've got one of Pingu, which is what you gave me.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I found a Pingu statue in Japan
It's in
somewhere.
my computer, actually. I got it in my PC set on my graphics card.
Yeah.
Pingu. Oh, Louisiana.
Which is my favorite? I can't tell you which one is my favorite.
I do think Louisiana took it a bit personal when I half healthed him at the start of the game, because he's been striking me since, and he's actually kind of hurting me. I don't know how to play here because I've got 2 destroyers, like, trying to taunt me. I don't even know where to go, dude. I'm just getting farmed by everything. Yeah.
I have an Iowa Figma and an Iowa Nendoroid from Kantai collection. Nice. Yeah, I've got a couple Makimas. I've been a couple, or I've got a C2 one that I really, that's my favorite one. And then I've got the whole Congo set from Kankale.
When I first started watching anime, like, I remember, like, I was at a convention, just the gaming con, and there was anime there, like there always is. And I remember buying one of the Attack on Titan Scout capes.
Nice.
I think that's like the only piece of anime merch I've ever actually bought.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I don't think I've ever bought anime merch beyond that.
Nope. Yeah.
How often are you supposed to wash an anime body pillow? Asking for a friend.
I think the safe rule of thumb is as often as you wash your sheets.
And if you don't wash your sheets, you should start washing your sheets.
Make out my ghost bottle.
I like anime, but I really don't engage with the community of anime or really buy anything anime related. To be honest, like, I'll be watching anime and my partner comes home from work and she's like giving me the side eye because she just seems to think it's all, you know what it's like when an outsider watches anime for the first time.
Yep.
Yeah. Tells me the voices are annoying all the time. And I get the look of death, yeah. I'm trying to think. I know she liked an anime. She liked Frerin. I put Frerin on and that absorbed her.
Yeah.
She cried every single episode. I had to ban her from watching the outro. Because every single time she saw the outro, she cried. And I had to deal with her crying every time.
No. You just need to get her to watch My Roommate is a Cat.
Final explains anime to normies. Oh. I'm trying to think, what would be a really weird anime to explain? Kill the Kill.
Fully Cooley.
Kill the Kill for sure would be a weird one.
Monogatari.
That one too. Yeah.
Any of the Monogatari.
Like, so it's about girls in school wear the clothes, drink their blood, give them powers. Like, oh.
Yeah. Fully Cooley.
Yeah.
I mean, Goblin Slayer is like.
Goblin Slayer is a really hard watch. I struggled to finish. It is brutal. I really struggled to finish Goblin Slayer. It's good, but I struggled with it. Like,
We shall not name the anime that shall not be named.
I saw it and purposely didn't reply to that one. Yeah. You know who you are. And you know what you said. We're not going to repeat it. Rent a Girlfriend. Oh, the one that's about the guy in college who gets dumped in like the first 30 seconds of episode 1, and then he starts renting a girlfriend. Then another rentable girlfriend falls in love with him, and then there's a love triangle.
Something like that.
Or something like that, yeah. Yeah.
Slime.
People like
Hollis is a big fan of Slime.
yeah, we were like watching, we're trying to list weird animes, but to be honest, you're all just naming so many of them. I actually didn't even realize there's this many.
I finished JoJo's this weekend. I am ready for Steel Ball Run next year.
The Isekai where you're a vending machine. That'd be a weird one. Well, there's also the
I mean, JoJo's is a pretty weird one.
Well, it's called Bizarre Adventure for a reason.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There's so many like weird isekais. There's the one where they're reborn as a vending machine in like Victorian era dragons and magic.
Yeah. Every anime protagonist is just 80s John Cusack. Then you haven't seen JoJo's. Every anime protagonist in JoJo's, well, not the first half of it is just Rambo.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Azure Lane would be a weird one to explain as well. Like, so they're ships, but they're girls.
Yeah,
and they ice skate on the top of water. Basically, that'd be a strange one. Yeah. Or there's which is the one where the battleship is fighting as it's the other collaboration,
Arpeggio Blue Steel. Yeah.
Blue Steel, where a battleship is getting attacked by a submarine, so it literally tilts the whole battleship to get the guns in the water and shoots the submarine.
Yeah, girls in Panzer with non-lethal tank shells. Yeah. Like Girls in Panzer is probably pretty easy to explain. It's just tank sport. It's like you take tanks.
Can you play rigger? Yeah, we can try.
And you play football.
Oh, actually, we only have 5 minutes left. So
so we'll probably just
we'll just sit and chat.
Yeah, we'll sit and chat.
Yeah. Well, yes, this stream wasn't very content heavy. That's because we had planned for the Halloween to be the content heavy.
Yep.
But it was a bit.
We
cleared it a bit quicker
the challenge
than
in the first hours.
Just sort of making time now. Yeah. But if you're joining us late, rewind to the first half, and we did an insane clear as a destroyer, cruiser, and a battleship.
Blip 100% plays Nikkei.
I played Nikkei for a while.
I have played Nikkei, but I just got through the tutorial and dropped it.
Yeah, I played it for like 2 days.
Yeah.
I then wailed to get the 2B.
Understandable.
And then I didn't play it again. So I have like an inactive account that I dropped like $150 on specifically to get 2B, and then I just never touched it again.
Yep. No, the only gacha game that I really engaged with was Azulane, and I haven't. Well, if you ask questions about the game, we're more than happy to talk about the game. But it's better questions right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, questions about the game, I guess. Fastest destroyer. That's probably
Fastest destroyer.
the terrible, probably. Or La Fantastique.
No, it's
one of the French, probably.
It's probably Kleber.
Yeah. Boss and Blip, considering of 25 insane wins for a crate, is totally necessary in time worthy after 3 wins. It's not necessarily about the crate. You also get a patch and a flag, but it was just a longer term objective, really. So if you're like a hardcore player who enjoys the challenge, you're playing it for that.
Yeah, and if you think about it, with how difficult that is, imagine how much I guess what street cred that flag is.
But there's also a case of would you rather it be a container so it doesn't matter if you complete it because it's insanely hard, or like a super desirable ship where if you don't complete it you can't get the ship?
Yeah.
Right. So yes, it's only a crate, but that's because we don't expect people to clear 25 insane wins unless they really want to. Insane is a difficulty that you play for fun. It's also why the ship reward this year was in hard mode.
Yep.
So you don't.
Last year as well. It wasn't in.
You don't have to play insane if you don't want to. If we were to put a super desirable reward there, it would be horrible for people who don't really want to play insane, and they have to now because they want this reward.
Yeah. And so, and if we just nerfed insane to be the difficulty of hard, for example, and put it there, then we're kind of missing out on the opportunity of giving you guys a real challenge. So,
yeah, it's kind of like there are players who enjoy this really intense challenge. And it's not like all their events are like this. It's only really, we had Stellar Clash last year that was a bit tricky with the 9 circles, but Halloween is like the once a year, almost like dungeon raid boss. Where friends can all group up and, defeat the final boss of the year almost. And there are people who enjoy having this really intense challenge and they'll spend quite a while coordinating to get it. But if you don't enjoy that, there's still Arcade, there's Versailles, there's Brawl, we have the other Halloween coming next week. And there's all this other content you can engage in and you're not forced to go into insane. It's a container,
Yeah. Insane mode is an outlet for those who enjoy seeing high damage numbers. That too.
Yeah.
Like you know, you can set a challenge of or you can set a community challenge as well of just how high can we get somebody's numbers? Like, can we get to 2 million? Can we get to 3 million? You know, it's like
there's a cruiser. You probably could. The cruise is
probably
wild.
could,
damage. Yeah. Anyway, we have 1 minute left of the stream. So it has been, I know it's been unusual streaming on a Tuesday. We probably caught some of you off guard. It was definitely unusual for us as well.
Yep.
We wanted a Halloween stream, but we couldn't stream yesterday because in Prague it was a national holiday.
Yep.
So we squeezed one in on Tuesday for you. Obviously, we share the streaming with all other games as well, so we can't just do it whenever. It was nice to have you all. We hope you enjoyed the stream, and if you're trying to complete Insane Difficulty Halloween, maybe you took something from this or gained a tip. If you have gained even a single idea on whether it's saving blessings or how to position, then this stream was a success. And we wish you all the best of luck in your trials of trying to complete what is one of the hardest modes we've ever released. And I think that's that. Have a great weekend. Oh, let's say weekend. No, have a great week, everyone, and take care.
Yep.
I need intelligence data.
I've got that lightning inside me, son of a god. I'm like a titan that's rising, oh, just you watch. I'm stepping in the fade. There is no time to waste. I've got that lightning inside me. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. I'm cranking up on the throttle, victory is mine. Show you the harder the battle, harder I fight. I've come too far to quit. Step back, I'm going